was wondering how this looks and if you guys can see me. I mean, I'm starting out the video a little bit different today because I normally started in the car, but I just thought, you know, go outside, get some sun, just make the pre-workout here. I thought it would be kind of cool. I need to really get a microphone so that you guys can hear me, because listen, you're gonna hear all the wind. But yeah, pre-workout today, just the same old divide flame. I'm gonna do just 200 milligrams classic. That's what I do for my, because today training shoulders obviously. So I mean, you heard me right with training shoulders today. It's a sunny day out. Basically today what I'm gonna do, just like the back day, I'm just gonna go through the different exercises, show you what I do, why I do it, and explain to you in depth how to grow some pretty massive shoulders. And I'll see you guys in the car. I'm not gonna talk about the actual lift while I'm in the car because I'm gonna put my voice over the lift and talk about it then. So there's no point in me talking about it now, because then the video is just gonna be 30 minutes long and no one's gonna wanna watch it. My one problem with my split that I'm doing is the first bicep exercise is on a machine, and the machine is fucking upstairs. I finish my shoulders and then I have to literally go past the staff and they think I'm leaving, so they're like, bye, and I'm like, not done yet, bro, and it's all awkward and shit. So then I walk up the stairs and then I get to the bicep exercise. It's weird up there. I don't know why they put that bicep machine there when they could have put it downstairs, because the downstairs one is shit. It gets you like no range of motion. That's why I don't use it. You'll see the exercise, but the reason I started it was because of TNF. I think I made a TikTok on this joke. It's not really a joke because it's true. You think you have like the best exercise to grow the specific muscle, and then a study will appear and it'll say that you're killing your gains or some shit like that. You always got to keep up with the new latest studies and stuff. So with incline dumbbell curls, I thought that was a great exercise, and then I see people talking about how you shouldn't be doing it. At the bottom of the movement there's no tension because it's dumbbells, and having no tension doesn't benefit the long head. And I originally started doing incline dumbbell curls because of flipping people online. This bicep exercise that I'm talking about, it doesn't look right basically when you do it. It seems a bit silly. And while I made a TikTok on this, if you are afraid to do an exercise because you're afraid that people will look at you and be like, what the fuck's this oak doing? Then you are afraid to grow. They won't really give a shit, those people. But even if they do give a shit, it's their problem, you know. You're the one growing the muscle. They're not doing the exercise that's getting you the gains. They're looking at it as like, oh, I don't want to be seen. So then they don't get the gains and the benefit from the exercise, and you are the one reaping the benefit. But if you are the one that's worrying too much about it, then you're just not going to grow. I've had this with a few exercises, especially at the beginning of lifting. You sit at the machine or whatever, or with dumbbells, and then you look up online how to do it, and then you see it's not very conventional, let's just say that. So you end up skipping because you're worried about what other people see, and then you never ever do the exercise. But if you actually just do it and don't worry about people seeing you do it, you'll get used to it, and then you'll be like, okay, this is actually a pretty good exercise. And that's happened to me with a number of machines. This happened to me recently with that bicep curl machine that I was talking about that's upstairs. I thought, the way I was doing it, I thought people would be like, what the hell is this guy doing? And it wasn't working at first, and then I started feeling a good contraction, all that shit, and I just continued it. Same as the rear delt fly machines. I mean, not rear delt fly, the chest fly machine. You know how people do rear delt flies? Put a video there. So with mine, it's difficult because it's not the right height or whatever, and you need to be a bit away from the seat. But if I'm not against the seat, there's less stability, and when there's less stability, you make less gains. And so I need stability. So what I do is I get one of those things that the chicks roll on to like ease muscle pain or something, I don't know, and I put it in between me and the seat, so my nuts are squashed against this roll-on thing. I'm doing red out flies, and I know it looks weird because people are like, what the hell is this guy doing? But the third set, I felt it really working my rear delts. At that point, it was pretty optimal. I'm gonna pick up my girlfriend right now, and I'll see you guys at the gym, I suppose. We're gonna get on that fucking bench. We're gonna press, whole press, and de-stress, and get erect. But we're not benching today. We're just pressing we're just doing shoulders today. I'm not going to do overhead press, unfortunately. Reason being, is that a mountain? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on, Oaks.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What is that, bruh? What is that white shit there? Is Is that a cloud?
Factory.
I thought that was Mount Kilimanjaro, dude. I thought we were closer to Madagascar too than I thought. She's dying. Don't worry, boys. We only got a few months left. So apparently it's bad to do overhead press because it doesn't overstimulus the front delts too much. So we're gonna do some dumbbell press, you know, which is what I've been doing. I've been ego lifting with it. I've been doing 30s. I need to go down, but I don't want to because I like seeing 3-0. I don't like seeing 2-8, bro. It annoys the fuck out of me. Maybe I should start doing some like challenge videos, you know, me trying the Tom Platz leg day, except it's not the leg day, it's a chest day because I'm too lazy to train legs. You know, I haven't seen much on the Rich Piana arm workout, but that's long. I think I'll run out of storage before I even get to, you know, the third set. Bulk is going awful. I don't know why, but I make more progress when I don't track my calories, when I just track my protein. This is a very weird thing because I was sick, you know. I got to a point where and I was running out of food at one point, so I could only really focus on protein. I couldn't really focus on calories. You shouldn't do this, by the way. This is just me. I don't know, might be that when I track my calories I'm not eating enough, some shit like that. But I was making more gains tracking my protein and not tracking my calories. It's a very weird thing. Anyway, I'm buzzing off a pre-workout. I best be I'll see you guys there at good old shoulder press. Welcome to the voiceover. So, this was a shoulder day, of course, you know. I can't even see my fucking shoulders. When I started the session, I thought I was going to do some Smith machine overhead press, but I decided to opt for dumbbells because all the Smith machines were taken and yeah, I felt lazy. So, let's get started with shoulder press. So here we are, just to warm up. What is this? 18s, just to warm up, you know. If you can see, so you'll see the form. You don't want the bench to be straight up. It's really stupid. Like, why are you pressing like this? Straight up, dude. No, that's not how it works, dude. Even when you're doing overhead press standing up, you still like kind of hunch over a little bit. You're not just standing pressing. And no, it won't work the chest if it's at this angle. And I like to put the elbows in front. Apparently you can do this, but putting the elbows in front, you can line up the front delts a lot more optimally than you would if you had them out like this, like an NPC. And you can overload more weight, thus stimulating more hypertrophy, and it's a lot more stable in my opinion. Lockout at the top. Some people can't go that low. I can, so I will do it. I just kick the dumbbells up with my knees. That kind of just helps me get them up, you know, so it doesn't tire me out just trying to swing them up. I self-spot myself just like I do with incline dumbbell press by pushing my hips up. 28 is still warm up. I'm warming up to 30 in this day. You know, just slow down the eccentric, you know, controlled. I only do like one set for warm up. Here's the first proper set with the 30s. 30s look cool, you know, the 3-0 like I was talking about previously. Boom. Throw them up like that. Self-spot them up. And there you go. See, all the way down, up. I kind of ego lift when it comes to these heavy weights. I do a drop set. I think it was 26 this day. You see, I do like this double thing where I do a double breathe, go. I don't know, it just helps me better. Last rep, kind of hard. Here's the second set. You can see like the inclination of the bench. Just kick them up, self-spot them myself up. Should get a spotter for these sets, I suppose. But yeah, this isn't that heavy for me because I am controlling it. Just control it on the way down. And I like to hold my hands at the end of each dumbbell. Just because I feel like I don't want them swinging around while I'm pressing. I just feel like it's more stable. Now this was the last set of 30s. Did I even do a drop set? I can't even remember. Keep them up, self spot up, same old. I have, in terms of rest, in all of my sets basically, I have like I'm guessing up to 5 minutes rest. Just because, why would you be tired when you get into your set? I literally just watched a TikTok of Mike Mensa saying, this isn't an endurance sport. You want to fucking hit the weights and get the fuck out of there, you know, as soon as you're done, basically. I know we all like to be in the gym for 4 hours, but it isn't really optimal. There you go, see I'm pushing. That's failure, basically, for me. I don't need to do another, like, half-assed rep, basically. I think this was the last set. Kind of zoomed out the camera a bit more. These are the 26s, just so you can see. I know the quality's worse, but yeah, that's how it is. But the flipping dumbbells were in the way of the camera, so it's not really that good looking. But I'm just gonna show the first few reps. Slow and controlled down, up. Slow controlled down, up. Full range of motion basically, even in the drop set. And I busted out a few partials there as well. That's actually, I don't know, it depends if it's the most beneficial part of the movement, if the bottom is the most beneficial part of the movement. Anyway, dumbbell lateral raise. Now I start off with some heavy dumbbell lateral raise. I've been feeling better, I think, because I need to focus with lateral raises. I need to focus on the shortened position and the lengthened position of the side delts, and this could also be with other exercises, not just a dumbbell lateral raise. You see, yeah, I've gone lighter and now I go more range of motion. You should, if you aren't doing what I'm doing, which is doing heavy dumbbells and going to cables, you should actually be going like past your shoulders to get the full length range of motion. Because you see a delt kind of goes up here, it's not just at the bottom. It's so that you can optimally get the most rounded delts, just to be like Derek. What I used to do was I actually used to just serve the rack. I used to go to like 16s and make my way all down to like 2s. But here we are, cable lateral raise. As you can see, controlling it on the way down, and there's some resistance on the way down. And I think this was a warm-up, basically. So that's why I'm not controlling it on the way down as much as I should. I think this was the first set, yep. You just should control it on the way down. Maybe I'm not doing it as well. Getting your hand all the way up to the top, controlling it on the way down. You kind of got to adjust it so that you feel your side delt. First sets are always the hardest. I know there's this whole meme now going that people can't, you can bench 140, deadlift 300, but you can't do like one plate of lateral raise. It's kind of like that basically. But yeah, just controlling it on the way down. Yeah, I've been finding this has been going really well for me. I get extremely good pumps. I think I've got to try out some more. What I saw is you can, because it is like this kind of curvature, you can make it like this, which I think is more optimal, because for the side delt, which is when you adjust the cable to be higher, to be more like closer to your waist than the ground, and I think that would optimally will work. My back kind of looks cool here. I never really see my back because it's behind me, but it actually looked pretty good here, and I wonder like, oh, is this what people see? But obviously the camera is a bit more lower. That's if you're taking pictures or videos of yourself in the gym, you should be taking lower, because whenever someone takes a picture or a video higher above me, I look like shit. I really do. But yeah, wearing like the Sam Sulek fit today, like the homeless fit basically. Converse's, shitty ass top, and the long pants. But yeah, as you can see, controlling it on the way down. This is obviously drop set, so it's a bit more lighter. That's why my face isn't like going crazy. You don't really want to focus on getting your hand up. I might have said that accidentally. You want to focus on your elbow mostly, because sometimes you can be lifting it like this, and that's not lining up with the side delts. So you got to make sure not to be doing that. Yeah, even doing some partials. You should control the partials, by the way, because the partials are still beneficial. And another thing, this is like unilateral work, which is using one arm and another arm. So you should, and I mainly do that just to adjust imbalances. So I'll do more reps on the arm that is weaker than the one that is stronger, or I'll do the same amount of reps actually. You should actually rest in between arms basically, because your CNS gets fucked right after the set. So you actually want to like rest. I don't think you need to rest as much as 5 minutes like in between proper sets, but yeah, you should rest. You need to have at least like 2 minutes rest in between, so that your CNS is recovered and that you're not putting the other arm at risk. This can go for flipping rowing movements, Bulgarian split squats, stuff like that, lunges, all that. That's why apparently taking a break on one arm isn't optimal. I think it's stress fatigue ratio, some bullshit like that. I'm learning, guys. I'm getting more science-based liftery. Here's just some posing. That side tricep just looks awesome for me in that lighting with that vest, which is what I'm wearing right now. But anyway, bicep exercise. So apparently, I used to think that to train the long head of the bicep, which is the peak of your bicep, you need to have your elbows behind your body. But that's not the truth. What you actually need to do is have your arms basically like there, And so it's kind of easy to do that with incline curls, but apparently it's not good. When you're doing incline curls, the biceps don't benefit at the bottom portion, so when your arms are extended out fully with no tension. So that's why I've started doing cables instead of dumbbells. And this is a machine. This machine is actually upstairs, because there's one below. If you know my previous shoulder video, it was downstairs and it had different handles, and it was very hard because I couldn't actually extend my arm fully without it hitting the bottom of the machine. This one I could actually, so this felt a lot more better. And I put my ass at the edge of the seat so that my elbows behind my body, and it's more of an incline curl, and you got to have your arms outwards, you can't have them closer. Looking in the footage now, I can see my one arm is out more than the other. That is not optimal. And it's my weaker arm, which is even worse. It depends on the machine. If you guys have the machine at your gym, like the right one, then it's pretty good for you. But if you don't, then hey, sorry for you, bud. Then just use cables, honestly, or just use dumbbells. Dumbbells are still pretty good. But yeah, just controlling the weight down, kind of just getting my elbow out there, just because I can't, if I keep my arm against the pad, because there's pads behind my arm, I get it about here, and I can't really itch it more. So as you can see here, just pushing to failure. Yeah, this is a pretty good machine. It's sore as hell, I swear. It's more painful than dumbbells, it's honestly. I don't know why that is, but I raised the seat here, it just felt better raising the seat. And I know it might not look like I'm extending my arms fully, but I was, trust me. But I just don't like, it doesn't feel, I think I should try cables again and see which one I feel is better. Because this one, you know, you go up and it's like it's pausing. Like, I don't do pause reps, don't think that's too optimal. But there you can see, yeah, pushing with pretty good form. I'm pushing hard with this thing. Yeah, I make a lot of faces. If you're not like looking like you're fucking giving birth during your weightlifting, you're doing something wrong, dog. See the last set, just controlling it, just doing a lighter weight. Yeah, I'm still learning about science-based lifting stuff. I always have to check before I say shit, because I don't want to say some wrong shit to the fucking 5 people that are watching my videos. What a bitch move, I gave up before getting to failure actually. Some posing here and shitty ass lighting, nice delts. Did a lot of posing in the session, I don't know why. I look real shit, so I don't know why I'd be posing, you know. Biceps was sort of pumped, doing the Sam Shulak, just that thing. Anyway, standard dumbbell curls, you know. Good old, these just feel awesome, I must say. And some people say they're still optimal, you know. Just like everyone does them, so you think, oh, why would you do these things? But I like them, you know. I don't like to do the hammer because that's like using the brachialis. I just want to get full range of motion for the short head of the bicep. I think I'm gonna next time I do shoulders and biceps, I think I'm gonna do a seated for more stability, and then I'm just gonna do both of them at the same time, honestly, because I think giving it that much of a break on the one side and the other isn't. I don't really like that, because the kind of the one that you curl with first, I think it has a disadvantage compared to the other arm. So yeah, just till failure. I think this is 18s. I remember repping 18s at school, and I thought, oh, was this outfit for doing a horrendous form with 18s? But yeah, I'm actually going to switch this. I said the seated, but I actually want to switch this for pre curls, because apparently this can actually also benefit the long head of the biceps. So hey, might be doing too much of the long head. Try out the cables. I might stick to that machine that's upstairs. I don't like walking upstairs, as I've said, but I think I'm going to switch to this for preacher curl. We do have a preacher curl machine, but I just feel like it stops here, and I like getting my arms out fully. I don't know if getting your arms out fully benefits the preacher curl machine, but I'll have to see, because I just don't feel any range of motion when I do the preacher curl machine. And then obviously my one arm's weaker than the other, so I just did a few reps of that arm just to, you know, give it a more advantage, because I didn't completely fail with the other one. And here I'm reaching proper failure on my other arm, as you can see. Then good old for the brachialis, some spider hammer curls. You know, these are my classic. I like to do these for the brachialis. Just standard, you know, you set up a bench, control it on the way down. Yeah, that's been doing well for my brachialis. Apparently you can, a good one would be to have your elbows against pads, almost like a preacher curl, but you're sitting upright. That's pretty good for the brachialis, apparently. Overall, pretty good session. This would probably pump my forearms up quite a bit. Then some posing. You can see my delts are looking kind of good. I don't know. I think they're all right. Still look kind of small though. Then I moved into the better lighting, because for some reason, I would, if I had a tripod, I could move it closer. But yeah, delts are looking all right. I don't like how my nipples are showing. But yeah, good side chest. Geez, that side chest was like half a second in the tricep. Then like now I'm confused. It seems. Okay, which pose am I going to choose? Boom, front double bicep. That looks pretty good actually. I don't know. I look like I have biceps. That's sick. I'm not used to that. Here comes the Sam Shulak pose. There. And now, yep, there we go. Extending the arms like that. Looking pretty good. Overall, a good session. I just think shoulders and biceps work the best for me. I would do back and biceps, except when I just train my back, my biceps get fatigued. So, and I prioritize the back more than the biceps. So it's just a fucking, you know, my shoulders, I don't feel fatigued after doing bicep curls with shoulders as well. So, but yeah, I'm going to change it up. I think next day I'm recording is either back day or leg day. I did legs today. Wait, was it today? No, I did legs yesterday. I did chest today. that 130 kilogram bench is coming soon. Yeah, I wanted to film the legs yesterday, but I wasn't sure how my hamstring was feeling because my hamstring's a little injured now. I can pull with it, but I can't push with it. It's this weird thing. So next time I should film a leg session, show what I've been doing for legs. You know, I always am changing up stuff, doing more and more better stuff to stimulate hypertrophy and stuff. These fucking dogs. So I should record a back session next. I don't know if I should, but I don't really want to wait to record a leg session because that's quite a bit away. That's like 2 or 3 days away. So I don't know, we'll see what comes up. But shoulders and biceps are pretty short. Just do the shoulders and biceps and then I'm out of there. You know, you don't need to do anything more because otherwise you're not training fucking hard enough. Let's say you're doing 3 exercises that train the same part of the bicep. You're not training hard enough, dude, because you should be fatigued after a few sets, dude, that you can't really do more. That's the voiceover over. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the post-workout talk now. I look like shit, dude. I look like shit. So, session overall, geez, it was long. We went upstairs and we were fucking around with machines and stuff like that, and that bicep curl machine felt pretty good. But we went upstairs and the same old, cheers guys, and I'm like, we're not leaving. I really wonder what people think when I record. Maybe I'm getting more and more comfortable recording at the gym. It's pretty good. Did some pretty good posing in the change room. I mean in the bathroom, because the bathroom is where the best lighting is. And so I did some pretty good posing. People walked in and they seem really uncomfortable. Some people don't care. Some people even like, they stop. They're just like, they see me posing and they're like, let's say they were about to shit their pants because they needed the bathroom. They go, oh, they see me posing that. And then they turn around and they go fucking home. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just like, some oaks are fine. And I was like, oh, it's fine, dude. I'm not hogging the whole gym. They come behind me, they use the bathroom, and then there you go, dude. Sometimes I wait for them to go because I don't really want to put people in the recording. I don't like to put people in the recording in general. You know, doing an exercise and there's people in the background. I try to angle the camera so that they're not in the camera, you know what I mean? Especially chicks. Otherwise then they'll probably file a lawsuit to me or something like that. Call me a gym creep or something. I'm just trying to record my pump. Leave me the fuck alone. And I always have that worry. So like, I mean, I have a girlfriend, but whenever like there's a girl around me, you know, number one, they're scary. Obviously women are scary, we all know that. And number two, I really enjoy looking at the ceiling at those points, you know. All the floor is pretty good, but I make sure to go like, if they walk in front of me, I'm like, I just don't want to be clipped, and for some reason they have a flippin', you know, Impractical Joker's secret camera. Now all of a sudden they're taking me to court. You know what they say, if you don't know what port you're sailing to, how do you know which wind is favorable? You know, after watching a bunch of Dorian Yates, I really want to like train like him, but it's not optimal apparently, and I'm not on steroids. So, God, steroid guys, you guys got it easy. You guys can train as long as you want and you'll still make gains. There's no junk volume. Junk volume doesn't exist to steroid users. When I first started lifting, my split was upper body, lower body, and then upper body. And then Saturday, Sunday rest, and then repeat. At that time, it was painful all the time. And we did like up to 6 sets per exercise. And now I'm smarter, at least I think. I take intensity to a whole new level now. Recently, because of some of the science-based lifting people I've been seeing, and because of Sam Schulich, so the ego lifting side and the science-based lifting side, it's like they're mixing, dude. They're having a baby. That's kind of what my training style is at this point. More science-based lifting to an extent, you know. There's a little bit of ego lifting in there. So what I've been doing is I go to failure. If let's say I'm doing tricep extensions, I'm not gonna say, okay, let me do, I'm thinking 3 times 10. Nope. I'd rather do 3 sets, and I think in my brain like, okay, 8 to 12 reps, and maybe the first set I'll get 10, the second set I'll get 9 good ones, and that's just how I go till failure. Because if you're leaving reps in the tank, well, why are you leaving reps in the tank, you know? Because now you're leaving reps in the tank and you're resting. So, and some people think training to failure, recent studies have said that training to failure does have a little increase, a little bit of a benefit over training, you know, just hard and then, you know, okay, I'm done. And that is proved in the study. So when you're training to failure, you're actually kind of training to failure. You're training to failure to play it on the safe side, because you don't know how hard you have to push to achieve hypertrophy. But if you push till failure, you push till failure. There's no in between. It's just you push till failure. It's not like 8 hard reps, but maybe your muscles actually wanted 9 hard reps or 10 hard reps. So instead, you train till failure and you don't be a pussy and you play it on the safe side. And you end up making more gains that way. I've always trained till failure. My way to train till failure would be, okay, I'm going to do 3 times 10. So I do 10 reps. I'd still leave reps in the tank, 10 reps, and then the last set I'd probably get 8 or something like that. Or let's say I got 10, then I'd go to failure. That doesn't make sense because, you know, it's almost like you're doing warm-ups, but you're doing too many warm-ups to fatigue yourself. Rather, just train till failure. Do your warm-ups, train till failure on your sets, and then you sort it. Obviously, it doesn't work for some exercises. Like I do powerlifting exercises like bench, like barbell bench press, and I don't train till failure there because I'm trying to achieve hypertrophy. I'm trying to get the camera out the sun, please. There you go, thanks. And hack squat, I've only started sort of doing till failure, but it's not till proper failure. So and the same goes for leg press. But it's easier with compound movements. It's more difficult to do these failure every set. So I'd recommend starting out with machines. Probably just train till failure every set. And I'm not saying like such failure that you can't do another set. I'm just saying train till failure. Either stay with the same weight, just do less reps on the second set, or lower the weight on the next set. But yeah, I think I've talked enough now. I don't need to make this a 30-minute video. So
wrong one.
Yeah, what are you doing? Which did you click?
The yellow one.
So thank you guys for watching, and I think the next session I'll try to record a leg session once again, and I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching to this point.